Well, good morning. Good morning, Pilgrim. Today, I'm going to begin by reading from Hebrews 10:19 through 25. The full assurance of faith. Therefore, brothers, since we have confidence to enter the holy places by the blood of Jesus, by the new and living way that he opened for us through the curtain, that is, through his flesh, and since we have a great priest over the house of God, let us draw near with a true heart in full assurance of faith, with our hearts sprinkled clean from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. And let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. The 12th of May, that's where we are in time. This sermon was preached on the 13th of May, 1855, by Charles Spurgeon. The title, A Caution to the Presumptuous. 1 Corinthians 10:12. Let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. Some strong men sometimes will not use the means of grace, and therefore they fall. There are some persons here who rarely attend a place of worship. They do not profess to be religious, but I am sure they would be astonished if I were to tell them that I know some professedly religious people who are accepted in some churches as being true children of God, who yet make it a habit of stepping away from the house of God because they conceive they are so advanced that they don't want it. You smile at such a thing as that. They boast such deep experience within. They have a volume of sweet sermons at home, and they will stop and read them. They need not go to the house of God, for they are fat and flourishing. They conceit themselves that they have received food enough. 7 years ago they received plenty of food. Enough food to last them the next 10 years. They imagine that old food will feed their souls now. These are your presumptuous men. They are not to be found at the Lord's table, eating the body and drinking the blood of Christ in the holy emblems of bread and wine. You don't see them in their closets. You do not find them searching the Scriptures with holy curiosity. They think they stand. They shall never be moved. They fancy that means are intended for weaker Christians, and leaving those means, they fall. They will not have the shoe to put upon the foot, and therefore the flint cuts them. They will not put on the armor, and therefore the enemy wounds them, sometimes well nigh unto death. In this deep quagmire of neglect of means, many a proud professor has been smothered. Some things to think upon, Christian. My fellow pilgrim, some things to think upon. I think upon it often as I do home church. I don't attend a fellowship. I do home church with my wife and my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law who can't get out of the house. And my wife who has to use a walker. I use these as excuses. I do home church. I wish I could attend an assembly, a fellowship, but I have so much trouble with that. I just pray to God that more people will begin attending my home church, and then we can grow from there. I don't know sometimes whether I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing. I just keep praying to God to keep leading me. Well, God bless Pilgrim. Think on these things as I stumble and mumble through these things. and stew. God bless, Pilgrim. Have a great, blessed day.